What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. So, guys, here we go with Taye Diggs. And, Taye Diggs, like maybe 20 years ago, was one of the most sought after. I would say, there was always Denzel Washington was considered to be very attractive in Black America. Then guys like Taye Diggs. Many women loved Taye Diggs in the Black community. What really messed it up for Taye Diggs, well, it was the same thing that messes up for almost every brother, right? Taye Diggs married a non-Black woman. Now, that was before social media came about. But when social media came about, and then, the last 5 to 6 years, Taye Diggs does some questionable stuff on social media. Some of the dances he does. He's a goofball. He is an LGBTQ supporter. But in my honest opinion, Taye Diggs is not. I don't feel that he's at any point been gay.
What the hell did you just say?
Or bisexual. I just don't. That he's the kind of guy I don't get that from. Okay. Now, he is going somewhat viral because him and April Jones, who are they got a little thing going on there. They were choreographing, one of Beyonce's new songs, and he had somewhat of like a skirt on. Maybe you can see it playing in the background. And when I saw it, I thought it looked that's ghetto. It looked weird. But people are questioning the fact that he was wearing a skirt or some kind of thing that he had on dancing. Now, I just want to say this because, and I'm not here to justify any grown man wearing a shirt or a skirt or a dress. But now, these are the sort of Black men who are like Donald Glover. Unorthodox. Very weird. They do things out of pocket, right? Unconventional. That's what these kind of Black men are like, okay? Abnormal guys. Here's the situation. You don't like these guys, okay? Because they're unconventional. They don't conform to the stereotypical of what a Black male should be in their personal life. They're divergent. They're outlandish. Okay. So you don't want these guys because they're weird to you. To be fair, they're weird to me. They're heteroclites. But now, strangely enough, when these so-called weird African American men are Black men, they go out and then they get mulatto women who accept their masculinity for what it is, meaning that these women do not look down on these guys for how they do stuff. They accept their masculinity for what it is. And they don't look down on them for whatever weird stuff they do. And they're okay with it. And normally these guys never have fully Black women. It's always somebody mixed or non-Black. Then they're colorist. Then they hate sisters. They're sellouts. But now, you don't want somebody weird like that because he's not a real jigger, right? And let me just say this. I've noticed that with certain Black men, a lot of Black men who like different things, they can't come out and say it. Let's just say, for example, you're a Black man and you like anime. Now, you're allowed to like video games as long as it's NBA 2K and Madden. But now, if you like something else, you watch Dragon Ball Z, you like certain elements of different sorts of music. For me, I like the people like Thelonious Monk, Johnny Coltrane, right? But for most women, that was okay because it was still considered the Harlem Renaissance kind of is kind of Black. But now, what if you're the guy that doesn't like that? You like Metallica. You like AC/DC. You like Mick Jagger. Oh, wait a minute. That dude's kind of weird. You like comics. You go to Comic-Con and things like that. You rave. Because see, the things that you like, a lot of times have nothing to do with your ethnicity, right? Now, these are the kind of guys when you're young and you don't have anything. You like these things. You end up going to a PWI. Now I'm gonna get back to Taye Diggs in a minute, but you go to PWI, you go to UC Davis, Texas A&M. You're an excellent student. Who do you deal with? You're gonna start going hiking, mountain climbing, skiing. You go and you live in Luxembourg. By the way, I love Luxembourg. Almost moved there, right? It's just a city I love a lot. But you live there. You live in Switzerland. Love Switzerland, right? France. You're the kind of guy that lives into Tokyo. You've been to Hong Kong. You're a weirdo in Black America. But now when you go and you get resources and you have things that you can contribute, and most of the time when certain ladies have made their bad choices in men, they come back to vilify the guys that they never liked. Now the other women who have been taught, and even though April Jones is quite ghetto, let's not forget she has an Asian mother. And if you think for 1 minute that the Asian mother hasn't told her, hey, he's a weird guy, but look for these quality traits. Does he respect you? Does he respect your kids? Does he put food on the table? Does he work hard? Does he have these things? Does he have, okay. So then let's look past all that kind of stuff. And you know what? Some women like that weird stuff too. Do you know how many Black women are attracted to guys like Taye Diggs, but for fear of showing it? You know, imagine a Black guy, African American guy who like country music, but you know they don't want their friends to know that you like a weirdo, because you don't want to get clowned, because you're from Detroit. You know, you don't want nobody to know he like Kenny Rogers and all that, and Garth Brooks. But then you don't want to deal with him because he doesn't fit the narrative. He doesn't fit the mold, the stereotype of the Black man that you want. And he's unorthodox. He's a heteroclite. So now let's not deal with him until he becomes successful and somebody likes him. And it's not me that he likes, because he don't want me. So now let's go back and talk about him and how he can't stand a strong Black woman. I see it all the time. I used to see it at Black colleges. You would see Black dudes who they wanted to go to HBCU, get the Black experience, but they were weird in comparison to some of the other brothers that came from Inglewood. They were weird. Thankfully, there were enough women that came from, you know, these communities that were upper class, and they had whites and stuff, and so they kind of can get along with those guys. Most Black men are like that unless you go to HBCUs. You can find a match. Otherwise, stick a fork in it. But then when you become successful, you become great, those same people are going to have a problem with you. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top, and as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm out.